I hit 35 and I thought, I think I'm ready. I think I really do want a child, and I'd always thought about adoption if I were to have kids.
Showing another example of Nick's curiosity. So number one son, the smartest one.
I wanted to bring a cactus home for a souvenir.
So he learned a lot about cactuses in that trip, right?
Yeah.
We decided, let's give parenting a try being a foster, and he was our very first one. And he's so likable.
We don't necessarily push like, okay, let's all sit down and have a conversation about HIV 101. Sometimes it's a secret because the child doesn't feel, or the youth doesn't feel comfortable with sharing that. Sometimes the family doesn't feel comfortable because of stigma. Our camp is a place where you don't have to hold that secret here.
People's first impressions of the organization are that we're a church organization and we probably hand out some food and some clothes. And they're usually surprised to find out the depth of the services that we offer and the breadth and the scope and the numbers of lives that are touched in really deep, deep ways, beyond just providing for people's immediate needs. LSS's mission is to walk with those in need and mobilize community partners to provide services that offer hope and rebuild lives. And we work with more than 3,000 families every year with in-depth services that welcome the stranger, that mobilize communities, and that strengthen families.
She is so at the front of my brain all of the time, and I still look forward to the end of the workday when I get to go pick her up. It's the best part of my day when I walk in the room and she comes running over and throws her arms around me. It's just incredible.
No. I see a coat of blue, twitchy ears, and
if you're adopting internationally, it is an amazing expression of perseverance and hope and love. I mean, you are loving that child long before you ever receive them, because the journey can take up to 4 years and beyond.
Let me tell you, if these guys hadn't been on the ball and hadn't done their part properly, I think I would have just gone off the deep end, because at that point, having to do paperwork over and over again, it got so hard.
4 years is a long time.
4 years is a very long time.
I was there more, I would say, and I feel this with all my families basically, that they have enough stress. I don't want to add to that stress by making her wait when she needs something.
I'm a little concerned too, but I think it'll be all right. Yeah,
I had thought so much about how I wanted to tell her story from the beginning, and just, everything I knew, and now when I try and do it, I just start to cry every time. So it's harder than I thought, like when she's actually here, and, when I start to talk about how I waited and just getting her referral and everything, I just start to cry every time. So I've got to practice so that by the time she understands it, I'll be able to get through it without breaking down and sobbing. It's been an incredible journey. But yeah, if I would have just been doing this on my own, there's no way I could have waited this long.
Sit. My birth mom was in jail, so if she couldn't take care of herself, I don't think she would have been able to take care of me. So I think that would have been hard. And LSS jumped in right when I was born. They found a home for me, pretty much.
In a situation where a child's being subjected to severe abuse and neglect, and the city will step in and remove the child from that home, and then seek partners like LSS, we train and recruit families who are willing to step in and provide loving, stable homes for those children.
They were very instrumental in training us to be foster parents, to really align with what the kids have gone through and what their issues are, so that we can at least be aware of them, not know how to solve them, but to really empathize that they've got a different background and different things to worry about.
At the same time, we're working with the family to address those severe and complex issues of substance abuse, mental health, so that a child can go home. A child is going to do better in their family. And a lot of times that happens, and we absolutely celebrate, and sometimes it doesn't happen. And in those situations, then we're seeking adoptive homes. A lot of times our foster parents end up adopting the children in their care.
it's just crucial to be able to bring these families together. We would take Nick once every other month to visit his birth mom. It was really key in the end that we had her blessing, you know, that we could be his parents. So that was really key for me.
Me and my dad and my brother built it. I was pretty young. I didn't really contribute that much because I was really pretty young. I'm black and my parents are white, which I thought would make it really different. But actually, I just felt like like a normal kid with regular parents.
Make you die for one?
I should make you die for one.
And I'll never forget, in second grade, they were really studying Martin Luther King Day. And he said, do you remember what you said? You remember what you said? But it was in second grade. He said, Dad, I'm really happy Martin Luther King lived. And I said, well, why is that? He said, well, if it weren't for him, he wouldn't be my dad.
When you're growing up, the way you're raised, I think that will affect their whole life. One of my football helmets from Little League. Yeah, my head hasn't grown that much. This is a dean's list, which is all A's, and these the same thing, and then varsity football.
He's worked through a lot of issues, and I'm really, really proud of how he's doing in school and his athletics. And he's a fine young man. I trust him with the world, and I know he's going to make a big impact on whatever organization and family he has when he's an adult.
This is the summer one where we went horseback riding. So you can tell we have fun. Well, for me, I used to be shy and not wanted to do stuff because I used to be scared. Because I was really shy. I didn't want to do anything because I didn't know anybody.
Oh, remember this one? How did you like this?
Oh yeah, that was the dream catcher.
So our program is based on children who are either infected or affected by HIV.
Today, you can live a very long and healthy life with HIV, but you need a really tremendous amount of social support around you and the fortitude to maintain your health and your strength. So CAMP has really kind of focused there on how to help kids build that strength of will and that commitment to their health and the social supports that they need around them to make sure that they can live that long, healthy life.
At camp, I express myself more than I am at school, but it still comes out a little bit, but not as much when I'm at camp. So I'm more comfortable at camp. They connect with teenagers, and they show how easy it is to talk to them and be around them. And it makes the teenagers feel comfortable to be around the counselors. I think this was the music camp.
One of our agreements before they can come to camp is that they agree to discover more about themselves and push themselves. So it's if you're feeling comfortable, that's okay, but feeling uncomfortable or feeling nervous about the next step is actually even better because that means you're growing.
Well, it's not on my iPod, but this is the CD.
And so the last fall retreat, we did a production. We created a song from scratch.
Reach For, that's the name of it. I guess it's to reach out to other kids and to make them, feel comfortable in their own skin. I don't think I'll have any friends. I don't think I will be outside and stuff like I am now if I didn't have the camp.
We were talking just this weekend about her coming back as a leader in training so that she would be a junior counselor for our kids camp.
Oh, look at that. Where's the bee?
It's funny. I look at her now and, she was just meant to be my girl. And clearly, there's a reason I had to wait that long because I can't imagine anybody else. I can't imagine another child. So my life has completely changed and it was just so amazing.
People at LSS, they might have been living fine, but they saw other kids that didn't have homes and they got involved because it was the right thing to do.
Our hope is that when they walk away, they feel like we were their partner. Our mission is to walk with those in need, and people really are touched by having somebody to be able to be with them in their lives during that time.
I look at you and I see the sunshine. I want you to be mine, baby, for all time. They say love is blind, it's all in your mind. I'm gonna take some time, 24-hour grind.
Sometimes we fall and we crawl and get up again.